I firmly believe that to be a good political analyst, you must be able to listen to virtually anybody, right across the board. And that is precisely what I usually do. Now, there's this friend and colleague of mine, I usually quote here quite a lot. He knows a lot about Kenya. He has seen a lot. Indeed, he knows the history of our country, like the back of his hand. And most of all, he has an excellent political instinct. When you have the right political instinct, you are able to gauge what is going to happen next and gauge the precise political temperature in the country. But sometimes, he says things which I do not agree with. In fact, he says things which but sometimes he comes up with things that I strongly disagree with, very strongly. In the strongest terms possible, I disagree. Like the discussions we've been having just now, this morning, a few moments ago. And this is how it started. Chris, nilikwambia bwana, hii ghost ya Sharon Otieno itamaliza hii mji kabisa. Hii boma, kwisha kabisa. Translation, the ghost of Sharon Otieno will finish the Obado family. So I ask him, what does he mean? And he tells me, hawa watu wa corruption wametaja jina yote ya watoto wa Obado. Wote wametajwa. Sasa unajua nini itafanyika? Wanangoja wafunge account yote, wasanye pesa yote ambayo iliibiwa, alafu sasa wataanza kurokota mmoja baada ya mwingine. Wewe ngoja utaona, Chris. And so I responded, wewe Hezron, kama ungekuwa kirani hii channel, ingekuwa mambo ya ghost. Na unajua watu kwa hii channel kuna watu wamesoma sana. His response, ati wamesoma? Wamesoma nini? Chris, saa ingine wewe unishangaza sana. Simi usomanga hizo comments huko. Wamesoma nini? Unajua vile watu walikuwa nasoma zamani si kama siku hizi. Siku hizi hao watu wanasoma, hizi degrees zinanunuliwa hapa tu River Road. Anyway, kama ningekuwa wewe, ningesema ningetengeneza video vile ghost inamaliza familia yote. Kuna watu wengi sana wanataka kujua hiyo story. Alafu Chris, unihakikishie ukitengeneza hiyo video usicheke. Hii kitu ni serious. Hiyo kicheko yako saa ingine. Yeah, that's what the man said. Anyway, let's look at the latest facts. Minus the ghost. The now dreaded Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has moved very swiftly and very firmly against Okoth Obado. No, they have not arrested him. But what is shaping up, it seems that members of the Okoth Obado immediate family and extended family may, and I'm choosing my words very carefully, may be arrested. Okay? You see what the EACC is doing right now is freezing assets, freezing bank accounts, and making an effort to recover funds which they believe were illegally removed from the county of Migori treasury. And according to the EACC, this amount of money runs into billions. What they're saying is that the Migori governor organized relatives around him who registered companies, and then fictitious payments for services not delivered were made to these companies. In fact, some of these companies were paid before they were incorporated. Now, one of the people the EACC has zeroed in on is a man called Peter Odoyo Olwoch Kwaga, who is believed to be a relative of Okoth Obado, the Migori governor. And they have zeroed in on this man as well as 6 members of his family, including his own mother. One female member of this family was paid for services that she has no qualifications, no inkling, no idea about. That is like Chris Kumekucha being paid for engineering services. And yet I'm not an engineer. Now, the other people mentioned are the governor's children. Somebody called Dan Ocholo Okoth, Jerry Zachary Okoth, and Susan Scarlett Okoth. they received money transferred to their accounts. Yeah, in most cases, this money was wired to their accounts. Yeah, because at least 3 children of Okoth Obado are abroad, Australia and other countries. So the initial strategy of the EACC is to freeze assets believed to have been purchased with what they're saying is corruption money. They're also asking the courts that these people refund this money. Now, after they're through with this process, they can easily prosecute all these people for handling stolen property. That would be the relative of Okoth Obado and his entire family, including his mother. And that would also be the children of Okoth Obado who have received this money in their accounts. And so, what my colleague here is saying is that this is a ghost at work. That all these problems for Bwana Obado were not there when Sharon Otieno was alive. It's only after a murder, because ghosts, I'm told, are usually ghosts of dead people. So you have a situation where the governor of Migori has his own very serious problems with the murder charges facing in court. But then on top of that, now there's the likelihood that members of his extended family, and indeed members of his immediate family, may also be arrested. By the way, one of the accounts which is also being investigated is that of Okoth Obado's wife. Now, according to my colleague here, all these troubles have been triggered and caused by the ghost of Sharon Otieno. If there had been no death of Sharon Otieno, and hence the ghost, these problems would not have been there for Obado and his relatives. According to my colleague, this ghost will not rest. It will not go away until the entire family is finished. Those who may want to side with my colleague are ignoring a very important fact in all this. And it is this. This particular investigation into Okoth Obado and his family did not start after Sharon Otieno's death. No way. In fact, the EACC probe started in March this year. You will also remember the month of March is when the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga happened. Actually, it happened on March 9th. Indeed, those who want to blame ODM and Raila Odinga for the troubles of Okoth Obado are using this as their main piece of evidence. It all started shortly after the handshake. What happened in March this year? Actually, something very interesting and fascinating. What happened is that the EACC raided the home of a well-known Obado associate, very close to Governor Obado, the man I've already mentioned called Peter Odoyo Oluoch. And the really interesting thing happened shortly after the raid. According to the EACC, shortly after that raid, Bwana Oluoch got very busy transferring properties. And he transferred a total of 17 properties, all in one day, 19th of March. And it is said the objective of transferring these properties was to frustrate the efforts of the EACC to recover the said properties. I mean, if somebody owns some pieces of property and they are a person of interest to the anti-corruption body, you cannot touch anything that is not in their name or in the names of the immediate family. It would be very difficult to get a court of law to enable you to do that. And all these things are done through courts. Now, these properties which were quickly transferred hurriedly in one day is very interesting because there are 4 mansionettes in Nairobi, an apartment also in Nairobi, and several pieces of land in Migori. Now the EACC has asked the court to freeze 42 other properties linked to this family. This family which is closely linked to Obado. The end game is to have all these properties transferred back to the government because they were acquired, according to the EACC, on the proceeds of corruption. Money transferred from the treasury of the Migori county government. The EACC also wants all funds that was transferred into the accounts of individuals, including the children of Governor Okoth Obado, to be refunded. And as long as they are not refunded, they want the court to put interest rates attached to those amounts. And this interest will accumulate until all the monies have been refunded. Now, those who are supporting the ghost manenos are saying that there are other governors in the country who have done precisely the same. But there's no focus on them. None of them are being investigated. None of them have been arrested. But all the focus right now is on Okoth Obado, the Migori governor. Meaning, according to them, that there's a greater force behind all that is happening. A ghost. Out for retribution. Out for revenge. Well, I've already given you my views on the ghost theory. But whether it is a ghost or not, the truth is, the Obado financial empire seems to be on its way to being well and truly finished. And the saddest thing of all, according to me, is that some members of Okoth Obado's family may be prosecuted. People who are very close to him, his immediate family and his extended family. And it seems the anti-corruption body is working very systematically, and they're very confident because they've already told the court that these individuals cannot account for their wealth. You have so much property all over the place, and yet you can't account for it. You don't have a factory. You don't have a business generating so much money that you can be able to actually afford all those properties. This would, of course, be glaring evidence, in my view, watertight evidence of corruption, if the anti-corruption body can prove it. Admittedly, people have been able to fight back from this kind of situation in the past. I mean, this is Kenya. However, in this particular case, there's not only the accusations of corruption, there's also a murder charge. Somebody is facing trial for a very brutal murder, the murder of the late Sharon. The kind of thing that will make it very, very difficult to be able to fight back successfully against the corruption charges and allegations leveled against you. The latest is that on being released, Governor Obado has been busy doing his work in Migori. His work as governor, holding meetings, replacing other people who have already been arrested within the Migori county government, etc., etc. But you can also be sure he's very, very busy fighting against the corruption charges, and the EACC rapidly closing in on him. Of course, some would want to claim and insist, actually, the ghost of Sharon Otieno closing in on him. I'm telling you, this ghost manenos is just something else. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.